There are some items that I just hate throwing away, like wine bottles. They are so versatile and can be used in many DIYs. For today's DIY project, I'm not making a wine rack for the wine bottles. I'm actually going to use the wine bottles to make a modular displaying shelving unit. So the materials and tools that you'll need for this DIY project are wine bottles, a sander, a power drill, measuring tape and a pencil, pine wood shelves, turnbuckle hooks, S-hooks, eye-screws and clamps. The first step is to clean your bottles and take the labels off. I have a method for this because sometimes those labels are stubborn and they're hard to get off just by peeling the label. So get some warm or hot soapy water and soak them for about 2 hours. Also, what's really hard to take off is this collar here on the neck of the bottle. Let me show you how you do that. I like to wear gloves for this just to protect the hands because you're dealing with a Stanley knife. Now, use the Stanley knife and get under there. And as you can see, once you get enough tear in there, this one is not as metal as the others. And there you go. The collar's off the neck of the bottle. And my favorite tool to use is a glass scraper. This makes taking the labels off the bottle so much easier. And look at that. It just comes straight off. So do this with all the bottles for your display shelving unit. Our wine bottles are busy drying and we're on to the next step. That is preparing our shelving. I have 4 of these same exact shelving cut to size, and basically I put some scrap wood down because we're going to do some drilling. Now I'm using a spade drill bit to drill holes on each corner of each shelf, okay? That's because each wine bottle, 2 on either side, is going to sit like this, and we need the neck to fit into the hole and recess a little bit into the wood. That is what's going to keep this whole shelving unit together. Also, what we're going to do is going to drill a pilot hole right in the center of the 2 holes that we drill to put this eye hook in later. Now we're going to drill the exact same measurements on each corner of each shelving, and this is a modular unit. You can go as high as you want with the shelving. I'm going to go about 4 shelving units, but you can go 6 or 8. So to cut time, I made this little template over here, and I've gone 8 centimeters across and 7 centimeters up. So what I do is I place this on the corner, and then right on the tip I make a marking, and I know that is where I'm going to drill my hole with my spade drill bit. And you do this the same to all the shelves, and it's a real time saver. All the holes are now done. Now all that's left to do is give the 4 shelves a good sanding to a smooth finish, and then we'll finish off with a clear sealant. I am using an eccentric sander. First, I'm sanding the wood with a medium grit sandpaper, and then I'll finish sanding the wood with a fine grit sandpaper. This ensures that the wood has a smooth finish. To protect the wood of our modular shelving unit, I am using a clear water-based sealant. I'm applying 2 coats and letting the first coat dry before applying the final second coat. Our 2 coats of clear sealant is now dry, and I've just laid down the base of our modular shelving unit. The next step is to grab your eye screws over here. I drilled a pilot hole before, and this is where you're going to screw them in just like this with your hand. As the thread gains traction, it becomes tighter until you can't turn it anymore, so there's no chance it'll pop out the other side. The eye hooks are now secure on our base. I'm grabbing the next shelf, and as you can see, there are the pilot holes, and I grab more eye screws and secure them in. All the eye hooks are now secure in my 2 shelves because you build this in a modular fashion. Let's grab your wine bottles. You place them on either side of the eye screw, just like that for now. I'm going to grab my second shelf. I'm going to place it like that. Great. Now we're going to create tension that holds the shelving unit together by using the turnbuckle hooks and the S hooks and connecting these to the eye screws. All right, that tension is nice and tight. Look how sturdy this is, and now we just carry on with all the other shelving in the same fashion. There you go, guys. We repurposed some wine bottles to make some furniture. What a cool DIY project this is. I absolutely love the rustic industrial look that it has, and I'm sure it's going to look great wherever we place it.